So do you think you get better gas mileage in your Ford Bronco by using eco mode or normal mode? Stick around and let's find out. Hey, Tim here, Overlanding for Fun, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, what we're going to do is try to replicate the results of a video that our friends, Dave and Kelly from All Terrain Nation, did last week with their 21 Bronco in testing their miles per gallon on both eco mode and normal. Now, I'll go ahead and put a link to that video in the description below so you can check it out for yourself. I went ahead and selected a road course, and what we're going to do is drive south on Interstate 69 for about 26 miles. Once we get down to the south side of Bloomington, we're going to turn around and come back north on what was Old State Road 37. And that's going to give us both a mix of interstate driving and highway driving. Now, first time I'll do that in eco mode. And then once we get back here to the gas station, we'll go ahead and reset the computers again and do that in normal mode and compare the results. So the goal of this video is not to necessarily prove or disprove their results, as much as to see if we can replicate the same things. And Clarence, I can hear you typing down in the comment section below, this is not meant to be a scientific experiment. So we're not gonna do a bunch of crazy controls or anything like that. This is just simply, we're gonna use the Ford computer to determine our gas mileage on a round trip, and then we're gonna take that same round trip and see what the Ford computer says. So if you're not familiar with Dave and Kelly, they own a 21 Bronco Badlands Sasquatch Edition with a soft top. I have a 21 Bronco Badlands Sasquatch Edition with a hardtop. So really, the only difference between the two vehicles is the top. So I don't think it's gonna make much of a difference. Alrighty, so let's, before we get started, let's go ahead and we're going to clear the fuel economy. We're gonna go ahead and clear our trip. And we're gonna go ahead and put the Bronco into eco mode. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, now that we got everything reset, let's go ahead and get started. One of the joys of progress of your small town is that the interstate comes through, and now we got all kinds of fun road construction, and hopefully that'll be done here soon. So we're going to go ahead, and like I said in the beginning, we're going to jump onto I-69 south, and we're going to head down approximately 26 miles to the south side of Bloomington, Indiana. Now I'm going to go ahead and maintain the speed limit. For the most part, it'll be 70 miles an hour. There'll be a section when we get into Bloomington where it drops down to 55, and then whatever the road's posted speed limits are on the Old State Road 37 coming back north. Well, we have just officially ended the southbound portion of our test for the eco mode, and we're getting ready to turn on to Walnut Street, which is Old State Road 37, and we're going to head north. are back in Martinsville. We're just turned on to Mahaleysville Road, which on the other side of the interstate is Ohio Street, and just beyond the overpass will be the gas station that we started out in. So that is going to go ahead and wrap up the first leg of our experiment here. And once I get into the gas station and get parked, we'll go ahead and take a look at the display and see what our trip statistics are. Miles per gallon, amount of time that we drove, how many miles we drove, and then also we'll look at our average speed. And once we get that all documented, we'll go ahead and reset all those and do this trip again. Alrighty, so we just got back here, and according to the trip computer, we have a fuel economy of 18.9 miles to the gallon, and once again we are in eco mode. This trip was 1 hour and 15 minutes, averaging 18.9 miles to the gallon on a 53.8 mile trip. Let's go ahead and reset our fuel economy. And addition to this, to the fuel economy, we did average a speed of 42 miles an hour. So let's go ahead and get that one zeroed out too. All right, now that we've got everything reset, let's go ahead and set the Bronco over to normal mode, and let's get started. Alrighty, got all the computers reset. 18.9 miles on that round trip in eco mode. We are in normal mode now. So let's go ahead and get started. And start this thing over again. I think it took the first trip took about an hour and 20 minutes to drive, which I'm pretty sure wasn't too far off from what Google Maps gave me as an estimated time, not calculating any traffic or anything like that. Alrighty, we are back on the interstate now, and as previously mentioned, we are going to try to maintain the speed limit as much as possible. There might be some occasions where we have to slow down, or we're behind somebody that doesn't allow us to maintain that speed. On the first trip on eco mode, started getting some flurries and snow accumulation on the road, and I did slow down in a couple places just to make sure I stayed safe and didn't have any problems. The flurries have dissipated, so you know, we'll just see how it goes. So sit back, let's take another ride. All right, so we are now officially ending the southbound leg of this part of the test. We are back on Walnut Street, which is Old State Road 37, just south of Bloomington, and we will be heading into town here shortly. Once we get through town, we'll get back onto Old State Road 37, which will be hilly, windy, and look very similar to what we're on right now. So one thing I hope you noticed in the background noise here is you're not hearing that popping and clicking sound that a lot of Bronco owners have been experiencing with the hardtop. Now last week, both myself and friend of the channel, Dwayne from Bronco Wild Outdoors, we both put out videos on a potential fix for it. Very similar but different approach to fixing the issue. And I'm going to go ahead and put the links to both those videos down in the description below, and I encourage you to watch both of them and see if either video or a combination of the both might have a potential solution to fix that issue if you're experiencing that too. Alrighty, sorry for the lack of lighting. It's gotten dark out since I started round 2, and back into Martinsville here. And as you can see, we're getting ready to go underneath Interstate 69 where we started this thing out, and just ahead up here on the left is the Kroger fuel center that we got gas in when we first started today, and used as our starting point for both of our tests. So we're going to go ahead and get pulled in here, and we'll take a look to see what our information is for the second phase of this test, and that was the round trip using the normal mode instead of eco mode. Well, as you can see here, we got 19.2 miles to the gallon in normal mode. We got 18.9 miles to the gallon in eco mode, driving the exact same trip. So it's kind of interesting. We got a little bit better gas mileage in normal mode than we did eco. All right, 18.9 miles in eco mode, 19.2 miles in normal mode. Did that surprise you? That surprised me. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Going back and comparing the video that Dave and Kelly from All Terrain Nation did and their results, they got 21 on eco mode and 21.7 on normal mode. So I think it's fair to say that we replicated their results. Now, I'm not asking you to do some kind of YouTube challenge. Now, wait a minute, I am. Let's start a YouTube challenge. So if you've got a brand new Bronco, why don't you go ahead, map out a road course like both Dave and Kelly and I did. You know, make sure you've got 40, 50, 60 miles in there, a mix of highway driving and city driving, and run that course. Record your information, reset everything, and run your course again and see if you can get the similar results to what we did. So hopefully you enjoyed that video, and we look forward to seeing the results that you might get. If you have any questions, make sure to put those also in the comment section below, and I'll try to help you out as soon as I can. And as always, I hope to see you on the trail. Tim out.